Yep. And today is day 3, and I'm really excited to introduce 2 special guests, Tynia, Canada, and Rupa Knurl. Tynia is from US and Rupa is in Germany. So we've got international speakers again today. Yesterday was Canada and US, and Friday was also a bunch of Europeans joining us on our boot camp. So for those of you that want to join in on the Zoom and be able to ask questions, it is Zoom ID number 872-3401-599 and passcode LOVE, all caps. So I know it's very early in the morning and it's very late in Germany, but Canada, I love your background. It's perfect.
You.
And Rupa, welcome. Right now, of course, it's very early. It's Sunday morning, and I'm gonna stop the music that I'm playing in the background for a minute here. So, Tynia, I'm gonna introduce my first of all, let me just say that Rupa's been there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it was very late in Germany. But Rupa, you will agree that we never spoke about the topics about what we were going to do, and it just seemed to flow. It was all about communication, wasn't it? You can unmute yourself.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling Tania before we got on that it was a universal communication that
It is.
basically we all registered with the same topic, and I was surprised, but I was blessed because I didn't have to speak about what it was. They just touched on that subject because that's where it all starts, is communication, how we speak to people. And I know Tynia, when we first met, it's over a decade now. And
Yes.
I met Tynia when I first came back from Germany, and I was severely traumatized. I felt I was all alone. It was at the Battered Mothers Conference in Albany, New York. I had lost everything. I was penniless, homeless, childless. I was emotionally destroyed. I had been going through years of court battles. Tynia was one of the speakers at so she's been a speaker for a long time. She's an expert. She's an inspirational speaker. She's a songstress, healthy relationship strategist, certified personal life coach, and certified mental health counselor. I mean, Tynia has been doing this for a very long time. She was one of the many speakers at that first one. I've attended several Battered Mothers Conference, and there were hundreds, I mean, thousands of women from internationally and domestically that had been completely going through the same thing. And we realized that we were not alone. When I met Tynia, she sang, and her voice was so powerful. And it touched my soul. It sent a light to me. And I felt like I had met my soul sister. It wasn't just some person on the stage. I felt I knew her soul. And we've been sisters ever since, right, Tynia?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. It really has. We've gone through a lot together, and I'm so proud of you, how you have overcome. I'm so proud of you.
You were part of my stepping stone, sister. You just hugged me, and just that feeling of hugging me was like, oh, I felt I melted in your arms. And it was, and I had been struggling not to give up. We empathize, all of us here, how there's millions of people going through what we have gone through, some worse, some not. We're only given what we can handle.
Exactly.
And so to find the inner strength to overcome these amazing challenges that can suffer from a loss of a loved one, a bad relationship with narcissistic people that just destroyed you inside your, so to find yourself again,
right.
It's tough. It's not easy. I'm not going to say, but I'm not going to say it's not possible, because it is, because we did it. We've done it. You are an example to the world of very strong women, very strong women.
Thank you, Tina.
And I want them to see how powerful you are. I mean, you've met some really big people in the industry. You have sung with the most, you've written songs, you perform. I mean, you're out there doing what your soul desire has called you to do as well. But my question to you, when things happened in your life that flipped from one day to the next, how was it for you? And what is it that you can offer and share with people watching?
First of all, Tina, I just want to, excuse me, I just came off conference yesterday and singing and just.
Oh, your camera's off.
It's not coming back on for some reason. I'm clicking and it's not coming back on. I'm having issues with it this morning, and it's really strange.
You were on.
I was on, I know. So it's really strange, but you know what? Sometimes these things happen And I look at it as the enemy trying to attack, because what you're doing is phenomenal. Sharing all of this information with individuals. And when you're doing things such as what you're doing, a lot of positivity, we get these little technical difficulties at times. And I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the positive energy that you were bringing forth in terms of what you were going through and how do we handle pain? How do we handle things that are out of our control, particularly navigating the court system? And you overcame that. I had my plight with that as well. I was able to overcome. And basically, what I can say is that you have to have positive energy. You have to see it exactly what it is that you want to change in order to make the change. You have to believe it. You have to speak it, and you manifest it into your life. You have your faith. I have my faith. You know, we have different backgrounds, we have different religions and beliefs. My faith is in God. And when I put my faith in God, when I seek his face and have my personal relationship with God, it doesn't matter what anyone says. And that's how it happens for me.
Did you use your music talents to help you get
Abs-
back?
oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You grew
I
up with
used music in terms of writing. I wrote songs for healing, and I had to use songs and lyrics that were best for me in order to heal not only myself, music that would resonate with other individuals as well,
so
that
you
they
really
could.
focused on the words because my first presentation was about words and what were words, the definition of words and the vibration, the frequency of words. So I'm just touching on
So
the
we're
fact.
all aligned. So we're all aligned.
So the words that you're saying, you said you speak when you wrote songs, you picked specific words. Could you
Yeah,
share some of those?
of course. Some of the lyrics that I wrote, one is heal somebody, help me heal somebody, helping heal somebody, being that, excuse me, being that we all go through the healing process, which is one of my gifts. One of my gifts is of healing, being able to heal others. But it starts with me, it starts with the individual first.
You have to really look in their souls.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But in order for me to be able to heal someone, Tina, I have to be healed. I
Yes,
can't go around and say, oh, well, this is what you need to do, and this is what you should do, or for me to recommend, okay, this is what's going to work. But if I haven't done it, if I don't have knowledge of it, it's not going to work for anyone else.
exactly. So you got these counselors. This is my biggest P. You got these people that go to school and learn by through books and literature and preaching how to be a psychologist. Yet they have never physically gone through it themselves, but they sit there and they just, prescribe drugs. I saw how I was seeking help when I was seeking help. I'll do the same thing, give you a prescription and put you on these drugs. And I fought with one of them and I said, what, are you crazy? You want to poison me with this medicine that you don't even know what's in it? There's side effects. And then you want to lock me in my trauma? I said, I'm here to have you help me break out of it, break out of it. If you
Right.
me up, I'm going to end up like the rest of those women in that shelter that I just saw pass out in their food, face in their food. I went livid. I realized what they were doing to these horror women that were desperate for seeking help. They were just getting drugged and put to sleep at night so they can calm down. And then they wake up and relive the whole thing. It's like,
It's a
so
cycle.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a cycle. And being that this is Domestic Violence Month, when we talk about cycle, Tina, this is a cycle. And, I can't say that, for mental health therapists, if you haven't experienced, you don't understand. For example, I deal with substance abuse, okay? And I'm told I'm very good at it and I'm result driven. Everyone who's in my group or my patients, they'll say, well, have you ever, been addicted to, cocaine or meth? And no, I haven't, but for whatever reason, I'm able to work with them to help them overcome, and it's working.
the
So
gift.
that exactly, and that's what I was going to say. It has to be a gift. I go by energy, and it is a gift. I can't tell you how, because when I first started practicing, during my supervision, I worked with one of the top psychiatrists. And he said, you're going to work with this population of addictions. I said, I have no interest in addictions. And he says, well, do you want to be great like me? I said, well, I want to be great like myself, not, like you. And he says, well, this is the patient I want you to work with. So we would be in the session together for the first 2 sessions. And then he made a decision if it's going to be him or myself moving forward with the patient. My first patient, Tina, he was a senior. He was over 62 years old, a male, and his addiction was cocaine and alcohol. He'd been married. They had one child together. And he says, I'm here because my life is spiraling down. So we discussed what was the spiraling down, what was causing this. He was in another relationship. He said, we lived together, but he was so angry. And he says that he threatened her. So that's why he was court mandated to come to see us. I worked with him. We talked about spirituality. I did psychodynamic therapy with him, going into his background, what happened, who was he raised by, how was it growing up as a child, how was his relationships with his siblings growing up. And his addiction was, he saw what his father did to his mother, the infidelity, the drinking, the smoking, taking the drugs. So he was basically following the role of his father because that's what he knew. So even though the mother did not deal in any type of substance use, but she was being abused by her husband. So I said, why are you in this relationship with this woman? And he was good to this woman. He put her through school. She had a child and he was there. He said, I needed some place to park my cars. He had luxury cars and he was he started college. He didn't finish. Fast forward, we talked about his education. We talked about his faith. And I said, what is it that you want to do? Whatever you want to do, you have to think about these things and I'm going to help you. I said, if you're dishonest with me, you're dishonest with yourself. Don't waste my time. I'm result driven. And if we're going to get results, you have to be honest no matter what. If not, this is not going to work for you. It's not going to work for me. And what he did, he really got serious. He was, of course, left that relationship because of the abuse. And that was, she had a protective order against him. And he says, I'm going back to school. He worked out every day. This man was, 63 years old. He was in better shape than some 30-year-olds because he would come and see me. He'd have on his, little biker shorts and everything. And, really intelligent guy. So he said he's going back to school. He had a sister, his older sister, who lived in a different state, who was very supportive of him. And she said, well, you can stay here with me until you get your own place. I'll help you. And I said, the first thing you have to do is ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness is so important. And he said, well, who do I need to ask for forgiveness? I said, it starts from within. Look at the person in the mirror. And he said, well, how do I forgive myself? And I said, first of all, you have to figure that out. What is it that you need to forgive yourself for? I can't tell you that, but I need you to tell me what do you feel you need to forgive yourself for? And he had a list. I forgive myself for treating my body poorly because God gave me this body and I'm not taking care of my body by putting drugs in my body, alcohol, cocaine in my body. He said, because that changes my mindset. I think differently. I feel differently. And then he said he had to forgive himself for mistreating his wife, who was a great mother, who was a great wife. He said, I have to leave that relationship because she would allow me to continue to mistreat her and abuse her emotionally, not physically, Tina, emotionally. He said she was a great woman and she didn't deserve the man that he was to her. And that's why he divorced her. He said she would never divorce me. I had to divorce her so she could grow. And he was so emotional. And I said, well, what I want you to do is think about that. And then we're going to set up a plan of how you're going to go about asking her for forgiveness. But I need you to forgive yourself first. When he came to the point that he was able to forgive himself and identify all the things that he was doing to hurt her, that's when things started to change in his life. So I said, you need to ask for forgiveness for the lady that you were with, for the threats that you said to her. He said, I didn't mean it. He said, I was out of my mind with cocaine. He said, I would never hurt her. I said, okay, that's why you're here. And then we're going to have to convince the court system that you're not going to do what you said you were going to do to harm her. Asked her for forgiveness and she forgave him. He went to his wife. He says, my wife is never going to forgive me. I said, you have to trust yourself and watch the words that you speak that come out of your mouth. The word says it's the power of the tongue. So just like this morning, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, gorgeous. We have to set the tone for the day for ourselves.
That's right. First thing I said to you.
Yes, yes. And like what I do with my patients, we play a song called Good Morning Gorgeous by Mary J. Blige.
Oh, I don't
Good
know.
morning, gorgeous. Yeah. And it gives you that empowerment first thing in the morning.
This goes to the songs. I spoke about the songs on Friday night. That was part of my presentation, right, Rupa? Oh, you're muted. I spoke about how words and vibrational frequency of music sound affects our.
Okay.
And then I went into Dr. Moto, the Japanese. Hi, Talia. I didn't know who the Zoom meeting was. Awesome. Talia, we spoke about Friday night. Did you just hear what Tynia said?
Yes, it's very interesting, and I really like how you were talking to your patient because it actually makes me want to like write down those questions for myself, like, like what can I self for? Because I notice like in myself, like I find like, like I'm stuck. And so it's like knowing how to move on
Right.
and accepting, what is. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the lyrics, like we talked about earlier, the lyrics are very important. Good morning, gorgeous. It's so hard just holding on. Ain't even picking up the phone. It's hard enough to be, hard enough to sleep, hard enough to be alone. I'm just trying to move along. That is a state of depression. So when the lyrics to this song, she's talking about her depression. I wake up every morning to tell myself, good morning, gorgeous. That's the empowerment. And what she needed was peace. Seems like this is never ending, and I refuse to let it end me. Otherwise, she's not giving up. Mentally, spiritually, physically, she was, that was taunting her. And she says, I need my peace. Yeah, I need my peace. So I wake up and I tell myself, good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, gorgeous. And all the times that I hated myself, all the times I wanted to be someone else, so trying to emulate someone else, I need my peace. And once you find your peace, the peace within, you're all good. Getting back to the patient, he found his peace once his wife accepted his apology. She said, you're a different person. So, excuse me. So when you're dealing with patients and clients, whatever that client is going through, for a good therapist, you're going to feel that. And he was real, he was sincere, and his wife knew. And his wife said, his ex-wife rather, and the son was having an issue. He was, I believe, 24 years old at the time. He was having issues with substance use. He just couldn't seem to get himself together. Where did that come from? Of course, what he was seeing his parents do. He was a product of the environment. So he was able to see what the parents were doing, accepting that as a norm, even if he didn't feel this was the way life is supposed to be. In his mind, he's still going back and forth, but this is what happened with my parents. He said he was going to meet with his wife. He had a meeting with his wife. They talked about things, that transpired during their marriage. And then they were able to have a dinner with the son, and the mom. I gave him a reference. He says, well, you're great. I want you to be the therapist for my son. I said, no, I can't do that. I'll give you a referral, which is what I did. And he was in tears over the fact that he was able to sit down and have a family dinner, so to speak, the three of them. And then the son started his healing process because he apologized to his son for not being there as a good father. And his son sought therapy. And as far as I know, when I last spoke, he contacted me and said that he finished school and he was going to move in the same state with his sister. and live his life. And he thanked me. And I said, no, it's not me, it's you. You did the work. It's not about me. You don't need me any longer. It's about you. And you did the work. And I told him how proud of him I was. And he did it. And it was the power of the tongue. He said, and what I said to him, an audience out there, you thinking, okay, what is it that helped? What helped was the affirmations. Like the song, Good Morning Gorgeous. Tina's my sister. We don't have the same parents, but she's my sister. I trust Tina. If she needs me, I'm there for her. I love Tina. And we just have that bond with one another. So I had to cut the tie with this patient to empower him for himself, for him to know I can do this and I did this. And he would journal, he would follow. I did CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy with him, where he was able to complete his homework assignments, the work that needed to be done for himself. He had to identify, he had to recognize that. That takes a lot of work for a person to identify exactly what it is that's holding me back. And he said, it's the drinking, it's my family members. He said, the only person I trust really, he said, is my mother and my sister. He said, my cousins, they would bring, he said there was a relative that brought beer into the home. Oh, I know he's going to drink that. Those are the naysayers. So you have to cut people out of your life. And sometimes it's your family members. Because there are people in this world that are going to be jealous of you and, you know, the haters, so to speak. And you have to know who should be in your life and who should not be in your life. For me, it's the people that are on a higher frequency, so I can learn from, so I can grab something from them and move forward in my life, because I know that we're going to be supportive of one another. And do you have to have people beneath you? Yeah, but you have to know, you have to set boundaries. What do you want to do to help that person? What can you gain from that person? It doesn't mean that they're bad people because they haven't accomplished all of their goals or not reaching your standards. But you surround yourself. I surround myself with greatness. I'm alone sometimes because I'm at peace, because I know that the God that I serve is with me always. My children are my inspirations. I had an event yesterday, and it was about my children as being my inspiration. That's on my program. You are my inspiration. Because next to God, they're my babies, because God allowed me to be a mother to these two children. And when children are loaned to you, when they turn 18 years old, you give them back to God, because you have taught them everything that they need to know. And I tell my children, if I leave this earth today, I know that you're fine. I'm at peace, because you're equipped to move forward in your life and do all the things that it is that you need to do in your life. And know that spirits never die. My spirit is always with you. And you're going to do great because of your greatness. So getting back to my patient, he succeeded. I'm so proud of him. I haven't spoken to him in years, but I know that he's continuing to do well. And we have to empower ourselves by what we say to ourselves, by what we say about ourselves, by the individuals we have in our lives, in our circle. You have to be very careful. As a musician, for me, there's the third eye that I talk about. So when I'm not sure about something, it's the spirit of discernment, and it's my third eye. So you can't go around touching my forehead, taking my energy, my superpowers. No, 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 no. You cannot do that.
I
And
love
just,
that, Tanya. Would you like to turn on your camera if it is possible again? Would you like to try?
I've been trying, and it's
Oh
not,
no.
You know
This
what?
has never happened. This is just so weird. I
Okay,
get on my
Tynia, I have a suggestion. Log back out. And this time when you go in, you put video and audio. You have to click whether you want to be
I
seen.
I did. I'm very
Try
computer
it
savvy.
again. Try it again. Just go
So I
back.
don't want to go out and
You
then
can reload the page completely, like put it away from the site, or and then log in it completely.
That. Don't report. Oh my God. I don't want to report her. No, universe, I want her back on. Please put her back on with the camera because she was there on camera.
Yeah, she was, right?
Yeah.
That was working perfectly before.
So
Yeah.
Talia, as a
Mm.
viewer, guest, you're here to receive all these,
Yes.
empowerment. So what do you have to say so far with what what Tynia was saying?
I really like what she was saying, and it's something that I think I'm gonna enforce in my life because I've been working on myself as a person, and like like I notice like sometimes like I get stuck, and like I don't really know what I need or what I want for myself, but those questions were, and like just like the way like she was explaining, like I do know the people that I want in my life. It's just really digging deep within and really knowing. And it's also having trust in yourself. And it's something that I think I would love to like, work on and, like really dig deep and like really think, okay, what is going to be good for me? What do these people have a purpose in my life? Do they make me feel good? You know, Stuff like that. Um, and that all starts with, having trust in yourself and forgiving yourself, which was the most important part that she explained, was forgiving. And I feel like there's a lot of things that I think I need to resolve within myself to be able to move forward. And I think I'm going to write that down, like just the things that I feel like I need to forgive myself for and how I can move past those situations and not stay stuck on them.
Yeah, because you're really, I've been with you since you were 9 years old. And
Oh,
you
really?
are
Oh my
very,
God.
out of all the students, assistant designers I had, which you are my assistant designer, not some young student kid,
Yes.
one of the hardest on yourself. Man, you were always so hard on yourself. And that's why I wanted you to see the video of yourself because
Right.
you hear from your own voice.
Yes.
And what I
Yes.
realized today, this morning when I woke up, is that I've been blessed to see all those hundreds of students I've had. I saw exactly what it is that if you didn't cure it then, you're going to take it into your adulthood.
Right. Right.
Look at that. Until you
All
die.
But it
You do
starts,
the same thing over and over again.
yeah. So if I couldn't break them through it when they were young, Talia's an example. I thought she broke through it. But maybe it's because she went around other people. I hadn't seen her for a few years. She got caught up in the whole high school. Teenage years are very difficult for these kids these days. And then I didn't see her. So I wasn't there to stop it. She fell
Right.
back in to the trap of I need to be accepted. Oh, she's back. I love it. She's so
It's so cool to see.
beautiful.
My goodness.
Isn't she beautiful, Talia? I love my sister, Tania. And
So good to see you.
we'll have teas. Teas, I told her today. So remember my video? I said words have meaning, letters have meaning. You and I, all three of us, have this T. And T means we got to get off the damn cross. We're not here to freaking suffer. Someone told me
Yeah.
in Cologne that you have to look at your name because each word letter has a sound and a vibrational frequency. Anything that starts with T are people born thinking they have to suffer. Get off the damn cross because that T's a cross. We're not on that cross anymore. So we have, and it's interesting that vibrational music has a lot to do with Rupa too. Rupa's got this gift of voice. Talia's got this gift of power of voice. And And Tynia's got this power voice, vibration. I'm not gifted with voice. I'm gifted with other things, but I do speak. I have a gift of voice, but not singing, but power in words. So Talia was just saying, I was saying that I was blessed to have seen where this all stems from. As kids, with the way we're brought up, we're a product of our environments. And you know what I mean? We're a product of our environment. And we have to break the generational gaps. When I realized that what my parents did with me, we're not all good. So when I became a parent, I said, I'm going to pick what I find was best that worked for me. And I'm putting aside, oh, well, that's just how it is. Well, too freaking bad. I'm breaking the rules. And the moment I decided to fight against those rules that they were so generationally, this is just how it's always been. I'm the parent and you got to do what I say. And doesn't matter if I'm like, no, that did not resonate with me. So my purpose was to break the generational, gap of the Roman Catholic Church where parents and mothers never do anything wrong. And of course they make mistakes. And and I'm like, no, I'm going to treat my kids with respect, dignity. I'm going to go into their soul and I'm going to provide to them whatever makes them happy. Of course, I'm not going to let them jump off a bridge or run into a street, but I'm not going to deprive them of fulfilling their dreams and what their soul mission is on this planet. If you want to grow up and build robots, I'm going to help you do it. When you were going, I'm so glad you're back. Talia, if you saw a video of Talia when she was 9, she was always singing. I mean, she just belted out. She's got a voice.
Wow.
I wanted you two to meet each other. Even got Talia to sing in front of a public.
Wonderful.
Oh, I remember that. I do remember that. I do. It was during a I'm trying to remember. It was in a church.
Which
Remember
is
that?
right?
Yes, it was in a church and it was on live and it was a public speaker. Something had happened. I don't quite remember what it was about, but I remember going on and I was like, I'm just gonna do this. Like I remember being so nervous, but I was like, I want people to hear my voice. And so
Right.
I'm up and I sang and it was nice because I remember this day my dad tells me about that story and he was like, I was so shocked that you went up there. I was so shocked that you went up and did that, but it was impressive and it made me
Yeah, because you were like the hidden closet singer.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, because I finished the story about the patient. So that was, yeah.
All right, that's good. I
I
think.
love that as my success story with him.
All right, now we're gonna go to your website. All right, here we go. Does everybody see?
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Well, I have the testimonial page open. Eileen King, she's the executive director of Child Justice, talks about Tynia Canada users are deep and heartfelt knowledge together with her life experience to help survivors find their way to empowerment and hope with a resounding and joyful yes, yes. Thank you. Very beautiful. And then we got Kathy Lee, radio host. Love you, Tynia. With you, I can go to church without going to church. Bo Sampson, Tynia is a versatile songstress with one of the most powerful and purest voices that any human being can witness. I love that.
Oh, wow. And it was actually his birthday on the 19th. Very, very supportive individual. And he couldn't make it today because he was in church. And yeah, happy belated birthday, Bo.
And then we got Elizabeth Harding Weinstein, attendee at the Battered Mothers Conference, custody conference. Remember, you guys, I spoke about this in the beginning. Now, you for your advocacy and sharing your spiritual gifts. Spiritual, I appreciate you. And then next to her is, of course, Mo Hannah, who was she gave me this safety feeling. Tynia Canada, a wonderful speaker and very fine human being. is an inspirational and motivational speaker. I am familiar with Tynia's work and her talks all over the country on topics related to domestic violence, overcoming adversities, and oppression. Her presentations have truly been sensational, uplifting, exciting, and identifying. Her addresses have always been enthusiastically received by audience, which is true. And then we've got Dr. Stephanie N. Myers in the National Coalition, with chairman of Rev of the Barbara Reynolds Chaplain, a man one step closer. And we've got several other people. But here it is. Tynia has a podcast, which I've been blessed to be on.
Yes, you were wonderful. Yes.
I've been on your podcast, Unwinding with Tynia. Screenshots, everybody. This is the time.
Yes, please do.
TyniaCanada.com podcast.
And the podcast will be starting back November 1st with wonderful individuals that are coming on. We took a little hiatus and we'll be back on November 1st. I'm so excited.
Now we got photo gallery. Now these are all these people that Tynia Canada has performed with. These are really very famous people.
This is my favorite. Let's go back. This is my favorite. This was when I started back. This one right here with the red dress. Yeah, that was a wonderful experience. We were interviewed on Channel 5, that group. It was just a wonderful experience.
Beautiful. So it has very strong memories.
Right. We have Daryl Peaks in that other picture as well. He's an extraordinary singer and keyboard player here in Atlanta. Wonderful individual.
As you can see with our 3-day boot camp webinar, Unlocking Your True Full Potential.
Yes. Yes.
Tynia and Rupa. Yesterday in Holly. And then we've got, there's a lot of events. You are doing so much. Look at that. I love that picture.
Thank you.
And what else do we have? Media? We have more.
So, I didn't put my interviews on there yesterday from last week, and prior to, but this will definitely be on the page, the media page.
Is this your song?
This was a radio interview that I did. Oh. Yeah, they played some music in the background, but that was a radio interview that I did with the station.
Does anybody want to see Tynia sing? What about singing? Don't you have songs? You've sent me songs.
Yes.
There's a beautiful cover.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm singing here on that one.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that was on Fox TV.
As promised, we have Tynia Canada, and she's got some friends with her who are going to play. Who you have with you today?
Yes, I have Tony, Earl, Justin, and Dukem.
All right, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, and here is Tynia Canada.
My honey Valentine.
You don't hear the band, that's weird.
Comic Valentine. You make me smile. Your heart.
That's drummer Earl Ivy. Phenomenal drummer.
Your looks are laughable, unphotographable.
Tony Lunsford on bass.
Yet you're my
He's also been my bass instructor as well. And I was styled by my friend Michelle Lopez, who has her own line. I'm proud of her. So I know Rupel's going to come on soon, but I just wanted to say we have to really have our energy where we want it to be. We have to really speak things into existence in our lives. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to become, you have the power to do it. You just have to, and like I have my quote, can you see this? When you wake up, express gratitude for all things. You have the power to create your destiny. Simply believe. Tynia Canada. And that's a quote that I share with others in order for you to believe in yourselves. And first thing in the morning, things happen very early in the morning before everyone else gets up. So if you want to become successful, you can't sleep in the bed all day. Stop hitting the alarm, the snooze button on the alarm clock, and go out and live your life, because you have the power from within to do all things.
Okay, everybody on Facebook, got lots of people on Facebook watching. What a powerful singer. That's Tynia Canada. Look online, Tynia, Tynia, Canada.com. We're doing the webinar, and Tynia, that was her singing. Is that not a powerful voice? So, amen.
Thank you. And you can join me. I am Tynia Canada. I am Tynia Canada on Facebook is my Facebook account, and I have my EP to be released soon. So I am so thankful. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've worked with some fabulous, fabulous musicians who are on my project, and this is long awaiting, and I am so excited.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait.
Thank you, Tina.
Oh my God. Been long awaiting. You
And
never
my book release. So it's just, yeah, I'm thankful. I'm really thankful.
see, Talia. Talia's got a you're gonna have to. I'll tell you, when she sings, my hair stands up. It's like I literally like I had goosebumps, like my hair. Literally. So like that's why I told you, Talia, you had to be on. I told you never to give up on your gift.
That's right. Never, never,
Right?
ever.
See, not just me, everybody else.
That's
Wow.
right.
So anybody? Facebook. Anybody questions? Nia?
Any questions for anyone? Any questions?
Talia? Come on, you got questions.
That was absolutely amazing. You know,
I didn't hear
really
you.
you cannot hear me?
I hear you now.
Just tell me if you can't hear me. I don't know what is going on
Yes,
here.
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. It was amazing. I can resonate with you so much because I'm doing exactly similar kind of thing. Like you were talking, I felt like, okay, is it my mirror version or what version? You know, you're talking about forgiveness. You're talking about all of these things, getting up early in the morning, because I do that too. And then I
Right.
feel like, oh, wow. You know, that's really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Talia, any questions?
I guess my question would be, so you obviously do like a lot of like helping people. What would be your advice to people who like overthink like a lot? Like I guess yeah, that is what my question would be. Should I just like be in the present moment, I guess is what I could say. Just
You know
be in
what? I wish I could look at this. Can you see this?
Oh,
present. Yeah.
wait a minute.
Being present. Being present. And this is something that I spoke of yesterday, being present. I love the picture of the cute little girl.
Yeah.
Present. Yes, being present is very, very important. It means you're paying attention to everything about what is going on in your life at this present time, at this present moment. It's part of mindfulness, it's mindfulness meditation, being present. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Don't, because when you worry, you cause anxiety of the unknown. And you just have to trust yourself and say, it's okay just to be
Right.
in the moment. Yes.
Thank you. I'm currently reading a book by Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now.
Oh, I have that book. I love him.
Yes, yes,
Good, great stuff. Yes,
yes.
yes.
It's a very good book. So I'm definitely working on that in my life.
Very good. That's a great book.
Yes, it is.
You say it again so anybody that's out there listening, because I think you show us
It's
the
called
book.
The Power of Eckhart Tolle. Yes, I can. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. I'll actually get the book.
Good.
Give-
Even
Okay.
better. So Rupa, did you hear that voice? I love my sisters.
Would you like to sing one line now? Well, why don't you sing one line? Just 1 or 2 lines would you like to sing?
Oh, 2 lines of a song.
Your favorite one?
I have so many favorite songs. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I will rejoice, and I'm rejoicing in it right now.
Love it. Talia, your turn. Your turn. Come on, girl.
I'm gonna post it to my social media.
I
Okay?
want Rupa too. All right, so Talia next, because we got the singers on now. That's
I
it.
don't,
Come on, Talia, your turn.
I don't know what to sing though.
Sure.
I don't know.
Makes you feel good when you sing it.
Yes. I'm trying to think of a song. I don't really have one. Um, if you guys have any recommendations,
Okay. Your
I
turn.
would.
Okay, give Rupa. Rupa go while you're thinking. Go ahead, Rupa.
Yeah.
Come on. I heard your voice. Let's go. Unmute. Get unmute. You're muted.
What kind of song you want to hear?
I don't care. Just
Anything.
the voice.
I don't know. Do you want to hear Hindi song, Sufi song, whatever?
Whatever. Go for it. Doesn't matter. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Tina,
was
I
just
sent you
one line of Sufi song, okay? Really, really powerful, very spiritual song.
Okay.
Just read it more.
Tina, I just sent you something. Check your text, please.
Okay. I don't in the chat. I don't see anything in the chat.
Oh, no, on your phone.
Oh, on the phone. Well, let's check.
Okay.
Oh,
So should I go for it?
Dr. Reynolds, my mom prayed at the conference. Your nephew is speaking. Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, he's going to be speaking on artificial intelligence.
Oh, I know about that.
Yes.
Oh my God. Her children are powerful, very video. I mean, your son's at
You
MIT.
have to get
Your son is
brother.
at
He's all
MIT,
about it.
right? Tynia,
Yes.
MIT.
So should I go for it or not?
Yes, go for it. Go for it.
Okay, it's a Bengali song though, okay?
Okay.
পাখি কখন জানি উড়ে যায় একটা বদ হাওয়া লেগে খাঁচায় কখন জানি উড়ে যায় একটা বদ হাওয়া লেগে খাঁচায় কখন জানি উড়ে যায়
Oh,
Nice.
and I and amazing women are going.
দিলা কবু পোষ মানে না আমি তবে
Oh, a losing voice.
Yeah.
Wow, what happened? Rupa, we're losing you. Rupa, we can't hear you. Your voice just disappeared. Oh my
I
God.
can't hear me. You can't hear me. I
Wait,
think
hold
maybe
on.
it's
I
I don't
think
know.
Talia froze. Talia,
What's
you,
happening? Can you hear
Oh.
me
Stop.
now?
oh yeah, you somehow you just like
Disappear.
disappeared
Gone.
in thin air. So I guess the universe is going, okay.
All
That's
right. Now go ahead.
my God, but Rupa, just to let you know, that was really, I was like, wow, did you see?
Yeah.
Just get into
Thank
it. Not
Yeah.
like feeling it. All right, Talia, what about your turn?
I don't know what song. I'm trying to think of a song.
You're going to have.
Just
I'm not sure, Tina. I don't know a song. Like, that I could sing.
Overthinking it again. She overthinks. That's why she asked that question.
I know.
She's an overthinker.
Yeah.
Always. She's always questioning herself.
Mhm.
That's what paralyzes her from moving forward.
Yes.
I gotta
Yes.
take her by the hand and go. The one that you were doing the ironing.
I'll just say happy birthday. Happy birthday song. That's all. Happy birthday to you.
We just want to hear your voice. Or do you remember the song you were doing when you were ironing?
Oh, that one? All right. All right. I need to. It's kind of a sad song though.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
sad.
That's why I just said happy birthday. Just
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'm like so nervous.
Oh, come on. You've been in front of how many audiences? How many fashion shows have you done? You should,
Yes.
this should, that's in your subconscious. You're not shy. I've seen you get up and perform. Come on. God, okay? Come on. You've done it before. You can do it again. Let's go.
All right. All right. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tina. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Great job.
Oh my God. Did I tell you guys? She's
Great.
right.
See? That's right. That's right.
That was beautiful. That
Thank
was
you.
Buzz.
So we're going to talk more about food. We're going to talk about what we put inside our bodies, what we put on our bodies. And, again, communication, how we speak to ourselves and what we do to ourselves, loving ourselves more. We want to discuss how everything it encompasses. In order to get to where we need to go, we have to evaluate our environment. We have to evaluate our partnerships. We have to evaluate what we put into our bodies because we are what we eat.